This is Daily Motiv8 number 21. Everybody has their struggles in life. This, I think, is an absolute fact. Some people's struggles are larger on the grand scale of life, whereas others may not be as big of a deal when looking from the outside. But that doesn't mean that everybody is not battling with something. Growing up to this day, I have dealt personally with a ton of anxiety. I currently take medication to quell a bit of the anxiety that I feel. I'm 30 years old. I started taking this medicine probably close to 2 years ago. The 28 years prior, or as long as I can remember prior to starting this medication, my life was up and down with sharp anxiety episodes and times when things felt all right. The anxiety that I deal with is actually it's rooted in a very irrational fear. One that not many people have. In fact, I've never met anybody in person who shares the level of anxiety that I do around this specific topic. Since second grade, I remember the day well when all of this came about in my life. I have been irrationally afraid of throwing up. It has been something that has impacted me in almost everything I've done since the time I was in second grade. Growing up, I went and saw various social workers and people who can help work through these types of situations, and while I learned different ways to cope with my anxiety and fears, it has never gone away. To this day, I cannot tell you exactly what it is that gets me so caught up with throwing up. I don't know why I am so afraid of it. But that is where deep anxiety and deep fear lives. In an area where you can't explain it. You can't describe it at the level that it hits you. I have thought a lot about ways to overcome this fear and this weakness that I have. I have changed a lot of things in my life. I have tried to make choices and changes. And while I still deal with my anxiety, I think in my years growing up, I have learned much more about life and how to deal with the shortcomings that I face personally. I've also learned that everybody battles with something. While mine is an irrational fear that leads to changing behaviors and washing my hands constantly and watching what I eat and, being afraid of people who are sick, these are all symptoms of my individual anxiety and my battles that I deal with on a daily basis. But I'm aware that others face their own struggles. Some are struggles that I could never even imagine. I have been so lucky in my life with where I've been born, with who I've been born to, with my siblings, with my friends, with my wife, with my son. I have been an incredibly lucky person. And in the grand scheme, my anxiety it's a pinprick. And I would venture to guess that a lot of people's anxieties or battles that they face are similar. They can be overcome. I'm not saying that fear or anxiety can be erased. I'm a true example of somebody who's been fighting to get rid of fear and anxiety my entire life, for as long as I can remember. And I haven't been able to make it happen yet. But I've learned that I can live with it. And I've learned that it does not have to hold me down. I do these push-ups for a number of reasons. One of them, though, is because it makes me feel powerful. It gives me a reason to feel like more of a man than I feel when I'm having one of my anxiety spells. Push-ups help me understand more of who I am at the core. I am not my anxiety. I am not my fear. I am not my struggles. I am much, much more than that. I just so happen to have an issue with a particular type of anxiety. But it does not and it will not define me or hold me down. No matter what it is that you are going through in life, because we all have struggles, whether it's on a daily basis or a life thing, no matter what it is, it does not define you. There is so much opportunity in this world. There are so many ways for you to live beyond your struggles. The sun rises and sets every single day. We can predict the exact second that it will happen. And that means that a new day will continue to come. More opportunity will continue to show itself. While struggles will come and go in our lives, one thing will absolutely remain the same. And that is your ability to decide how you live your life. For a very, very long time, and still to this day in some respects, I live my life based off of my anxiety. But it doesn't mean that I need to continue to do that in the future. Anyone can do anything in life. We are not defined by anything or anyone. We can do whatever it is that we choose to do. So start choosing.